Hi, in this video I am going to show a system which is called SIEVE, which stands for Spatial Information Exploration and Visualization Environment. And SIEVE has been developed by the University of Melbourne together with the CSE for Spatial Information. SIEVE itself is a collaborative virtual visualization system, so it's a system where we build 3D environments that people can use to visualize landscapes and collaborate in them. In this video here I'm showing the builder part, SIEVE Builder, and SIEVE Builder is used to rapidly build 3D environments that people can use to visualize landscapes. So if I click on that button, it brings up the SIEVE Builder interface, and all you need I have ArcMap open here, so SIEVE Builder is built on ArcMap, and what you need is a DM layer. So I select the DM layer over here, and a texture layer, which I'm going to select the aerial photograph here. If I just cancel that here, so you can see the DM here, and the aerial photograph on top of that. So that's really all you need to build a basic scenario. And you can set some resolutions as well, so if you would select something else, it tells you what the resolution meters would be for the DEM or the aerial photograph as well. And here you just have to put in where your viewer is located. The viewer is built on the Torque game engine, so the default path is Torque Advanced because we're using the advanced version. And here you can just type in a scenario name. Before I press build, I just want to show some other functions that we have. And that is putting 3D objects on top of that surface automatically as well. So we can select any of these polygons or point layers that we have in here. The way this works is if I bring up, for example, we have some wind turbines down here, and if I open the attribute layer, you can say that a model called turbine is linked to these points, and it's given a size factor as well. Same with if I bring up the trees, there are some tree objects and some sizes mapped to these. So if you would select that in SIEVE Builder, it automatically would populate the surface with these 3D objects. Another functionality we have is that we can use polygon data, and we have some polygons here which have land use mapped onto them. So if I open that up, the relevant section is right at the end, so we can put some billboards on those surfaces that get scattered, and you can just say which images you want to use as a billboard and how dense these polygons should be populated, and you can give them some heights. So each of those polygons would have a different billboard assigned to it. Something that we've also done is there's a system called eFarmer, which is independent of this research, but farmers can go to the system and select polygons and assign land use to them. So typically a file would look like this, and the structure of this file is that there is a land cover over here, and to, for example, goes together with pasture type because that's a pasture, and you have different pasture selected here. Number 1 stands for vegetation. Vegetation's IDs are here, and we also have a number 3 over here, which is crop. So we have different crop types mapped here. So what we can do now is click this command here. It's added some rows and columns here. The object one is again the billboards. We can also specify if we want to have them randomly scattered or in rows like for plantations. And we have some minimum maximum heights assigned to that as well. The way this works is that we have a external text file which we can link to the land cover and the subtypes, and then we can specify some images and some other parameters, the heights and so on. And that so we can edit this file here to link other textures to other land uses. Okay, so all we need to do now is specify again DM, the texture layer. One thing on the texture layer as well, we have an option to specify texture layer, or we can not specify one and say we want to have the current GIS view, which will then export what we see in this window. So if we could for example, cancel it again. So what I can do is just bring up the properties, maybe use a hill shade effect, give it 50% transparency, and you could export that view as well. So if you do that, I can just press build. Let's select an object layer. Yes, alright. And now it's gonna generate this. This is gonna take a while. I pause this at this point. Okay, and here we have the scenario finally done. So what we need to do next is start our viewer component of SIEVE. And here we go. Can select our example scenario, and we just launch it. Now this takes a couple of minutes to load as well, so I might just pause again. Okay, and here we are in our environment. So we have put some sheep there. We got a residential area, a little farm, and on the other side some wind turbines and a pine plantation. So we can go into fly mode. We got some wheat silos here. That's a biofuel plant. And some native forest over here. So all the elements you see, it took about 5 to 10 minutes to put it all together and load it up. So you can select any area in ArcGIS if you have it prepared with land uses. You can just automatically generate these types of scenarios. I'll be doing some other videos on what you can actually do in SIEVE once you're in there.